Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. Let's get into a new tier list. This is going to be until they get nerfed, because nerfs will be coming. I can almost guarantee that. But as 11.1 starts today, this is the current tier list when the servers come back up under my predictions. I know there's going to be some people who don't agree, and no one will 100%, but that's all right. Let me know in the comments what you would change and the reasons why, and we can have that great conversation. So, getting into what I think is going to be the top and the reasons why. We are going to go. We're going to go with. Um, let's see here. Who are we going to start with? Monk. Monk got some changes earlier on, so they made Nizao marginally better, which you never played anyway, so it's kind of a fucking moot point there. You're still the tank that requires the most on healing. You don't do the most DPS anymore. Fuck, I don't even know if you're third place anymore. So you used to give up survivability for DPS. Now you don't do the most DPS. When everyone got a 20% buff, Monk got a 15%. It's like the redheaded stepchild of Blizzard. I thought that it's the most fun spec for me to play. It is going to be B tier. Yes, B tier. We're gonna put it there. It's just it. You have decent utility. You do require the most healing. Yeah, it's just it is what it is. You don't do the most damage anymore, so you're not even giving up survivability for damage. You just are a mid tier kind of tank. Blood DK. When Blood DK first started at the launch or the PTR launch this season for season 2, it was fantastic. It was going and cranking, and it would have been S tier at that point. Unfortunately, BDK has fallen off a bit, and they are, with the changes to Death Strike that happened in the War Within, and it's no longer advantageous to really Death Strike, they can be pretty susceptible to being globaled, which is a big problem. They do bring Death Grip, and they bring a ton of defensive options. AMS, AMZ, you can do some immunes with AMS. Like it's pretty good defensively, but they do have that tendency in high keys to just get globaled and fall over. For that reason, it's also going B, but it's going ahead of Monk right now. Prop Paladin. Prop Paladin is the tank I'm debating on playing for my ult, and I'll tell you the reasons after the next Prop Paladin, but they bring the best group utility. If you want to help keep your party alive, there is nobody better than a Prop Paladin. You can help heal, you can give them immunities with Bop and then the Magic Shield. There's just a lot you can do, and with Bubble being off, you can use it with Forbearance. You can lay on hands yourself. You can use your other shield immunity and then go into a bubble. Like, it can just do some funky things. It's not doing the top damage anymore, like it was in season 1, but it is still very good. And with the group utility, I'm going to put it, we're gonna put it in S. Yeah, it's still pretty good. It did get nerfed a little bit, but not too crazy. And I believe it is going to be tremendous still. And the reason I think it's going to be tremendous is I do think VDH will get nerfed. That's just my opinion. It might not be true, but I'm going to rank this as it is currently. VDH is top the S tier. It is the most survivable tank right now in season 2 on the PTR. It's doing huge damage, and it is just doing really well. Like, you have great group utility. There's not as many kicks that are needed, but you do have a lot of mob control as a VDH. And again, you are surviving the most right now in the PTR. You can do some crazy pulls. You do big damage. It is just a very good spec right now to play. And they haven't seemed to get nerfed yet. So I have a prediction they might after the race to world first, but that's just my feeling on where I think they're going to be. Again, you bring, really good mob control and utility with the VDH. Bear. Bear got buffed. The damage got buffed. It's going live today. I don't think it's quite enough. They are still semi like you basically, if you play a bear, you pull around your bear, you pull around your incarn, you pull around your huge defensives, and then you like pull big. And that's the way bear is played. I think with the buffs, they might move ahead of Brewmaster. It's gonna be hard to say until today and you actually get to play it, but they were definitely basically the bottom tank. But they are buffed, so I have a feeling they might move up just a hair, just a touch past the Brew. Unfortunately for me, because that is my favorite spec here, it is in last place. And Bear, Bear's pretty simplistic to play. It's a lot of fun. You go in there, you just thrash away. Thrash, mangle. You have some pretty decent defensives. Like I said, if you pull around Incarn, you can do very well. And it brings decent utility. So it's all these tanks, let me say this. All these tanks can easily hit 3K. That is not a problem. If you're pushing for title, it might be a different story, but all these tanks can hit 3K. That is not a problem at all. The last one, Prot Warrior. Now, this is a hard one to rank. It's gone through so many changes, and I also believe it is going to get nerfed. Blizzard has the same with Warriors. I don't know what it is, but they love to nerf Warriors. As you just saw, the ones going live today, Fury Warrior that was doing mediocre damage got nerfed. Like, it's just obscene what they do to Warriors. Sorry if you're a Warrior main. I feel for you as I, play monks, so I know how the nerf train goes and how, just being mediocre is. But Warrior right now is doing the most damage. Out of them all, VDH is doing very good damage. Warrior is doing insane damage. I have a feeling they're going to nerf the damage. You have decent utility, pretty good survivability. Like, you're up there with survivability. There's a lot of things you can do with Spell Reflect. But I have a hard time. It kind of should, just because of the damage right now, should be up in S tier. Like, you can go through dungeons doing over 3 million, 3.5 million DPS. Like, it's insane the damage they have right now. This is almost the separation. Like, these tanks are just a tier above these other tanks. Like, it's crazy in higher keys how much different that is going to be. But I'm going to leave it in S, and we're just going to leave a blank A section here. That's my prediction for the tier list for tanks at the start of Season 2. Now, if you fast forward to the end, hopefully you don't skip too far, because I am now going to give a final tier list on what I think is going to happen. My prediction is they're going to nerf Warrior, and Warrior's DPS is going to go down, which will bring them to A tier. They're going to nerf Vengeance, and then for another reason, because of the group utility, a lot of these tanks are surviving, and it's your groups that are dying, so I think it's actually going to end up like that, or closer to this. That's just my prediction. But like I said, as of right now, this is the tier list. And if you have any questions, or if you don't think something's where it is and you want to move, you would recommend moving it, let me know. We'll have that conversation and see what you think. Anyways, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, all that fun shit. And we'll see you in the next video.